Okay, here we are on a beautiful spring day at Clarke Auction Gallery previewing an upcoming auction. This time the auction will be on Sunday, April the 6th. Previews 4 days prior, Thursday, Friday and Saturday from noon to 6 p.m. CLARKENY.com is the website. Don't miss over 600 lots. And we're going to give you a sample of some. Lots of bronzes. This one I particularly like. It's unsigned, but large size. Just look at the detail on it. Bust of a beauty. Really wonderful. Low estimate, I believe 600 to 900. Lots of mid-century in the sale. We have a set of 4 of these mid-century chairs. This dresser here is part of a set that we're selling, maybe this 2 nightstand. It's by Borg Morgensen. Atop this is, look at this wonderful Art Deco bronze. Perfect for the period with the rams and the nude lady. Just what you want in the house. I love this. This is probably one of my favorite things in the sale. It's been outside for a while, so it's got a pretty worn patina on it, and it's by a guy called Jose Shalom Almanzar. Look at this, the tennis players even separate. You got a little dog there to bone. This time of the year, ready to go into the house, so take a shot at this. I think it's well worth it. Probably a good investment too. Interesting pair of chairs here. These have a label on the bottom. They're actually Japanese by someone called Miyazaki. Came with a nice little Japanese end table as well, you might see later. This large sort of onyx alabaster type sculpture by an American artist called Prokopyov. Came nice on a metal base on its own stand here. This high chest, once again, Borg Morgensen. Really beautiful, great. Get all your gear in there, and it's actually a very useful chest. This came from Long Island. Nice large size, Manuel Carbonell. Came with a nice marble pedestal. We're selling it as one lot. But a good large size came from there where that beautiful Laverne table is. Okay, we'll swing over here. Yeah. And here we have this artisan scooter. I believe it's by Ron Kalari. Next to it we have the bug, or the grasshopper, by a guy called Wayne Jackson. Good large size, beautiful for the house. Kids will love that. Sitting on the carpets like hanging. This also came from Long Island. This is really, really super. Great investment. Look, I've never seen a larger. Isaac Whitkin. We've sold them before, but never in this size. A very big statement piece. So I think if you're looking to hedge the market and invest in something that will go up, I think this is a good suggestion to you. Don't come back and kill me if I'm wrong, of course. Before we go in the main room, we have this really nice alabaster lamp. Look, good large size bronze mounting with the cherubs holding it up. Okay, we're going to go in the main room. We'll go a bit slower. I've been sunbathing over in Dublin for the last week, so a lot of it is new to me. But I did take this out of Long Island myself. Look at this table. Very, very rare Philip and Kelvin Laverne. I believe it's called the Bather's Table with the curved edges on it. Really super duper. Over here, more a vintage item, but people love them. And this has a nice patina, plenty of tufting in this Chesterfield, Chippendale style with the ball and claw feet. Okay, quickly, we have a lot of teapots. So if you're a teapot collector, make sure you tune into the sale. I couldn't go through them all. They're everywhere, all over here. We have lots of Lalique in the sale, including these big bookends, a big vase at the back. More teapots. This pottery is Spode. More teapots at the bottom. Up here, this is a very interesting little piece of Meissen. We have more Meissen, more Lalique. This is Etsy, Italian porcelain below here. More bronzes, sconces up in this section. Lalique. We've got Tiffany writing sets. These are nice. They're by Franz Bergmann. Nice to have the pair. Meissen porcelain. More teapots. Here, these are very interesting. I've never seen the likes before. The Meissen with the reticulated leads even have a liner. More Meissen. This has a handle on it. Here, very happy to have these. Set of 18. I mean, just in the best condition, Sev's portrait plate. So worth coming in to see those. Once again, below here, lots of bronze sculptures. We get large ones. I believe that's by Monnieu, that big one of the sheeps and the rams. Lots of clocks, dog sculptures, clocks. More teapots, Chinese export porcelain. These two sculptures here, and they're larger than usual. Both are one lot, a very low estimate. They're by Meisler. So beyond those, more Lalique, more teapots from Tiffany, Peretti, I believe. Look at the size of this bronze, and look at the patina on that large clock. I've put my hand to give you this idea, and the same on this one. This one has the Sev's inserts. I'm sure Kenny will get to them. We have 3 Knoll tables in this one. Knoll Saarinen tables, all in wonderful condition, all signed. We have a set of these chairs. Probably, I believe we've got about 8 of them. Okay, moving along, we have this mid-century bedroom set. John Stewart, sort of in a campaign style. Lots of mirrors. This is a nice little decanter set. Missing one decanter, but really nice with the ebony in the other. This rosewood tambour cabinet had a music system in it in the house. We took this out of Central Park West. Wonderful patina on it. Best in the century. Nice set of 4 lamps. Shades are slightly as is. Moving right along, contemporary but a great bedroom set with the ebony and the black. This is made by a company called Bellamede. We have a dresser, nice with a serpentine front, 2 side tables. Once again, as I said, check the bronzes in the sale. This one, we have this centerpiece with the cherubs. Look at the size of this bowl, which once again held up by cherubs. This one held up by classical dudes, marble, wonderful centerpiece. We'll hit this one while we're on the mode. And we're going to swing over to what we got out of Central Park West. We got this pretty rare Hans Wegner table. It has 3 leaves, so it opens up to a wonderful large-sized table. These chairs are around it. Also, Wegner. I believe we've got 6 of them, 8 of them. So that's nice to have. Got this mid-century dresser here. We're going to swing up slowly for you, Steve. This is Fritz Hansen here. Nice pair of Sputnik chandeliers. The pair selling as one lot. These little tables are arteriers. This is Silas Shondell, we believe. I'm sure we'll find a signature when we look for it. Over here in the back to the plenty of clocks in the sale. So just look at the size of this. I'll give you an idea of the size of bell clock. Here I really like this sort of Dutch marquetry. Beautiful, nicely shaped, nice bomb front. Also one of the best things in the sale, I believe, are this set of 4. Look at the gilding on these. Look at the carved eagle holding 4 sconces. Just showing you a pair there. Nice fire screen here, everyone can use that. This is an artisan, sort of a contemporary artist desk, but look at the grain in that. Great for the kids' room, you can sell it in 10 years' time and make money on it. Nice Italian hand-painted commode down here. Good age on it, nicely painted as well. Whitney will get to this Chinese piece here. Demi-lune, you know, not overly in vogue now, but nice, good age on it. Victorian piece here, a Rococo carved mirror, nice with the silver and dark gilding. Regency style chairs. We have a set of these inlaid French chairs. Nice to have a set of 6 arms so you can all rest while you're having dinner. Nice rosewood open front etagere cabinet here. Great patina, once again came from Central Park West. Bronze wise, we have this beautiful Chinese bronze that is signed. I'm going to swing over here and we've got a pair of these consoles. Full finish but beautifully carved. Nice, this table is beautiful bronze work on it. Okay, we're going to swing down here. One of my favorite things in the sale, also with the red glass here, Russian chandelier, which maybe the person that brought the sconces in the last sale will buy these to match them. Nice pair of bamboo front benches. Alabaster chandelier, best quality, nice antique one. Large pair of marble urns. Nice to see me alongside them so you can idea size. Lots of used furniture. Original Charles and Ray Ames chair and ottoman. Believe it's been reupholstered. We have this Danish modern drop leaf tea cart, sculptures. Gaetano Pesci, I believe it's called the fish table. Fritz Hansen Wegner underneath. We have a lot of 4 lamps, this being one of them. These are sort of free-form tables, they match together. These are Smello, these chairs here. This is an interesting one. We believe it's by a Japanese artist called Lara. Forgot her name, but I'll think of it to go online, but it's a very nice, look at the work on that. See, underneath. Okay, moving right along. After Jansen, that table, pair of alabaster lamps up atop it. There's the other mixing table. We're going to swing over here because we've done down there. Pair of Charles and Ray Ames soft pad office chairs. Wonderful condition. This bronze. I forget who this by, but it's very Picasso-ish. I believe it's German. With this wonderful mid-century type cabinet. Look at it. Great condition. Over here we have these. This big bronze sculpture here looks like she's sitting in air. It's by Isidore Margulies. Lots of mid-century tables here. This is a very interesting pair of things here. They're by Betty Cobunk. So we got a pair of big lounges with ottomans, slightly weather-worn, but they're still pretty nice. Bang them outside again. Pair of French leather club chairs. Look, big size. Very dominant in the gallery. Very comfortable. You can bury yourself and hide from the kids and everything. We had the sculpture in the sale before. I don't know why it came back, but it is not bronze. It has a wonderful bronze patina. It's signed. This sofa came from the Hans Wegner estate. It's really comfortable. We've been sitting on it all week. This root form lamp, bronze lamp base. Moving right along. More mid-century chairs, free-form table, wrought iron, Gothic style wrought iron or Tudor style. For the used furniture, we have a beautiful set of 8 of these, I believe, Louis XV style chairs. This big library table came in. The size of this centerpiece, lots of stuff. We're going through it nicely though. Big large centerpiece. I'll just stand behind this bronze so you get an idea of the size of it. Once again, ClarkeNY.com. I love these etagères. Bamboo form came from next door. Ship models in the sale. Wow, lots and lot pair of French, these beautiful 19th century French chairs. Bamboo benches. We have a pair of these. These are in one lot. So what a great lot. Could be Handel with us work on it down here. Swinging down here, mid-century pairs of chairs. We're going to try and get you up here and then go down and end over there. We're going to come around here. Look at all the bronze sculptures. Look at the size of that Murano lamp. It's together with this one, so it's one lot. We have a set of 4 of these ready to go in the kids' room and show them how to start collecting. We have, look at this girl here, love her. Sat talking to her for about an hour the other day. She listened well. We have this beautiful, interesting sort of a vitrine cabinet. Look at this chair. We had an Irish chair at 20,000 in the last sale. This sort of has an Irish feel to it. Don't know if it has the same age, but it's very finely carved. Nice with the eagle heads on it. We have this little secretary desk here. Came from next door. Look at the size of that small little one. Good for a little kid's room. Nice epinade or whatever the French call this here. This is a nice tin size, nice and long, and nice patina once again. Trumeau style mirrors. Edwardian or George III satinwood table here. This bronze sculpture, I believe, is signed Sika, Art Deco to the hilt. Here, I love this. Leather. I believe it's a side lock, but it's a desk with the leather drawers on it. Moving right along here, another knoll. This time it's an oval dining table, really wonderful condition, all signed. Behind you, have a look at this. I've never seen one as nice as this before. Missing some mirrors, but only on the side, so easily replaceable. Look, really the best. Okay, we have an Indian here, carved Indian, probably a cigar store Indian. More mid-century, that's probably Percy Laufer or whatever his name is, the Mexican fellow. These are large bronze animal head sculptures. French chair, French wing-back chair, beautiful leather upholstery. This here is from our teapot collection. It's all one piece, so if you're a teapot person, this is for you. Very sort of Salvador Dali looking, but this artist signed, we have the name. Okay, this is after Carl Springer, tessellated, probably is Carl Springer, but a great size, nice glass top on it. Sitting on top of another Saarinen pedestal table. It's all signed and all. This just came in a few days ago, so it went up online late. This is Paul Evans, center table, stalagmite or something, whatever you call it. But it's a nice table. We have the glass top for it. It's sitting once again on top of the third Saarinen table. We have a set of these Fritz Hansen ant chairs. We have a click around, have a look at that chandelier up here. I believe that's in the sale. Hopefully it wasn't in last month's sale. Okay, I think I've done a good job here. But please come up and preview. You can even come up early and preview. We're all set up. We're all ready. Love to see you and looking forward to the hot weather. So ClarkeNY.com. Thank you.
Hi, and welcome to our April 6th auction preview video of Asian arts. We'll begin here with this Japanese bronze jardiniere or planter. Really beautiful with these high relief depictions of various animals. So we have lions, elephants, bison, etc. Really quite nice. It is signed to the underside, and this is estimated $800 to $1,200. And here from one of our Walk-in Wednesday appraisal days, we have this Southeast Asian bronze head on stand. These two bronze items together, we have this signed lidded circular bowl and then this Scholar's Rock form brush rest. This just came in a late addition to the April 6th sale, so it was our last Walk-in Wednesday appraisal day. This is a Fami Rose enamel decorated planter or jardiniere with underplate. beautiful signature here. We have a floral and bird motif. Here is the underplate. Really quite nice with a 4-character signature to the underside at 400 to 600. We have these two vases together, so we have a sang de boeuf, and then we have this crackle glazed green vase. Each are drilled through the bases. We have a pair of bronze food dog form candlesticks. Chinese export porcelains, we have this beautiful platter and then this creamer. So really quite nice armorial porcelains. Silver and inlay bronzes, so we have a tripod censer and a vase with silver inlay. These I thought were quite nice, unusual, really pretty color combination, floral decoration. And here is the underside. So we have wax seals for export, and the two are together. This is a pewter sweetmeat dish, and so it has jade and carnelian signatures everywhere. When you lift the top, there's interior compartments. Really quite nice, again with the polished stone finials to the fruit form finials. Collection of Chinese porcelains from a Manhattan estate. We have these two 20th century bowls. This is a much older example, so again with floral decoration, enamel decoration. Here is the underside. There are a few little condition issues, but quite nice, and then a pair of Sankai glazed food dogs on stands. This collection is together at 400 to 600. Collection of teapots. These are all Chinese. They are Yijing examples. Food dog finials. We have this kind of branch or trunk form teapot. Bamboo and a very sweet floral form with a frog finial to the lid. Collection of Chinese objects. We have snuff bottles, carved wood bracelet, an erratic Chinese enamel decorated dish, and all these items are together. Beautiful vase here, Chinese famille verte. So we have an exterior scene with figures. There's a 6-character mark to the underside set within a blue double ring. Another sang de boeuf vase in the sale. Really quite nice, a beautiful glaze, beautiful color. Again, here is the underside. Again, a 6-character mark set within a blue double ring. From a local Larchmont estate, we have this collection of porcelains and cloisonne. So cloisonne box, a cloisonne planter or jardiniere. We have this beautiful teapot, enamel decorated bowls, and then we have this stacking tray. So really an interesting grouping. All of these pieces together at 400 to 600. And here are some of the carved jades and objects in this sale. We have these two jade carvings together. This one's on a nice fitted base. White jade to a brass box with, again, a scholar's item. This one's really quite beautiful. This is lot 316, one of my favorites in the sale. It's estimated at 600 to 900, and it's a celadon jade carving with a russet skin with these animal depictions. Carved wood box with an inlaid jade plaque. And then this is really quite interesting. This is tourmaline with some additional beads, and then this little carved jade dog. And of course, love dogs, so particularly fond of this one, but the tourmaline is also quite beautiful. Back to some porcelains. This is a 20th century Chinese vase, large in size, bird and flower decoration, signed to the body of the vase itself, and really quite large. But again, 20th century, large in size, really nice enamel work. Collection of stands. So we have some carved wood stands, kind of some nesting tables, and miniature stand, and this is red lacquer with mother of pearl or abalone inlay. Moving forward to a jade necklace. So it's a pair of dragons chasing a flaming pearl, carved jade, silver mounted, really quite nice at 500 to 700. This is one of several examples of Japanese bronze samurai in this sale. So one of 3, but really quite nice, large in size. His sword is here. We've just put it here so that it doesn't fall, but really quite nice. Another Japanese bronze example is this lidded censer, really beautiful bronze work. So we have a large hawk or eagle, and there's a dragon atop a rock. And then there's bird and flower decoration throughout the remainder of the vessel. Again, another large 20th century example of Chinese porcelains. Just a beautiful color combination here. So we have the teal ground, flower decoration, these kind of shaped cartouches with landscapes. So really quite nice. 2 Chinese plates or chargers. So we have blue and white landscape plate. Here is the underside with some written provenance, Ming Dynasty. Always love seeing kind of some history on pieces. And then we have this Chinese famille vert of scholars' items. And last but not least, we'll end here with this really beautiful Chinese cloisonne elephant with an urn on its saddle. A really nice example, just really decorative and pretty. And this is all coming up on April 6th, and we hope to see you there.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Clarke Auction Gallery Spring Sale. That's right, April 6th, right here at Clarke Auction Gallery, beginning at 10 a.m. The very first rug I'd like to share with you today, ladies and gentlemen, is a vintage, finely hand-knotted Persian rug featuring a rich red field, elegantly framed by an intricate blue and ivory border. What do I have here? An antique, finely hand-knotted carpet boasting a large central medallion and a lively array of colors, adding charm to any space. Take a look at this striking Art Deco, finely hand-knotted Chinese carpet with a deep blue field, beautifully adorned with floral and urn motifs. Ladies and gentlemen, I am nearly at a loss of words here for the sheer size and magnitude of this particular palace-sized serape rug, coming in at 26 by 16 feet, showcasing a bold geometric pattern and intricate floral motifs, making a grand statement. Here's a vintage, finely hand-knotted Saruk carpet, prized for its exceptional craftsmanship and timeless appeal. Here's a stunning Kerman carpet with a rich blue field and a striking central medallion, exuding classic Persian elegance. A vintage room-size Karistan-style carpet, embodying the refined tradition of elegance and hand-knotted inspiration. What do I have for you here in this grouping? It's two finely hand-knotted runners, perfect for adding character and warmth to any hallway or narrow space. Take a look at this beautifully crafted antique, finely hand-knotted Tabriz carpet, known for its detailed design and exceptional quality. Here's a vintage, finely hand-knotted Kazakh-style rug, featuring bold tribal patterns and vibrant hues. Here's a vintage, finely hand-knotted carpet with a striking red field and bright, lively colors that enhance its visual appeal. Ladies and gentlemen, what do I have here? Why, it's a classic Kashan carpet with a rich red field and an elegant central medallion and intricate blue detailing, embodying Persian artistry. The final carpet I have for you is a vintage, finely hand-knotted room-size Hariz carpet, featuring a bold geometric design and rich warm tones for a timeless look. Ladies and gentlemen, do you know what time it is? Well, I think I do. It's clock time, that's right, horology, ladies and gentlemen. Why don't you take a look at these amazing clocks I have for sale today. The very first clock is an antique French bronze and marble figural clock, featuring a beautifully detailed statue of a mother and daughter atop an elegant case. Next one, take a look at this striking antique white marble figural clock, adorned with a bronze sculpture of a reclining woman resting against the timepiece. Moving right along to the far end, take a look at a large antique bronze clock with an ornate floral swag and urn finial, exuding classic 19th century grandeur. If you look to your left, I have a magnificent gilt bronze clock featuring a maiden statue resting her arm on the case, adorned with knights' helmets and a central relief of a mounted nobleman. To the right, what do I have? A grand gilt bronze figural clock, showcasing a mother and child statue atop, with exquisite porcelain plaques fitted to the base. Perhaps Versailles is not your thing. What do I have for you then? A sophisticated Art Deco garniture set in rich green marble, signed Ovington, reflecting the elegance of the early 20th century. Here's an exceptional Tiffany & Co. bronze and enameled carriage clock, complete with a mercury pendulum combining luxury and precision. What's next? Why, it's a finely carved antique Black Forest clock featuring intricate woodwork with the deer head, fish, rifle, powder horn, capturing the essence of a hunt with applied porcelain Roman numerals. What a spectacular piece. The final clock I have to share with you is a large antique bronze bell clock, an impressive and substantial piece with bold detailing and timeless craftsmanship. Take a look at this piece, ladies and gentlemen, truly exceptional. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, have I got something really cool for you. Take a look at these model ships, ladies and gentlemen, right here. The SS Normandy, French liner, really cool. This is part of one of a grouping of 3. Focus right down here, folks. This one's electrified. Plug it in, watch it glow. Moving right along here to the right, look at this spectacular piece. What a cool Dutch ship. This is the New Amsterdam, ladies and gentlemen. These could be sailing right into your heart. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's move along to something of real intrigue here, ladies and gentlemen. Not to say what I've showed you hasn't been, but my God, ladies and gentlemen, this is my favorite. Take a look at this, ladies and gentlemen. A genuine silver Russian Wolfhound Club of America medal, unengraved. How about that? Take a look at this. A Southern silversmith, John Vlogger, ladies and gentlemen. This is spectacular. This is an eagleback spoon. Take a look at that. Hard to find, very rare. Right here, moving along, what do I have? Irish Republic money. That's right, this was printed right here in the United States, ladies and gentlemen. I wrote a very fascinating piece about this in our catalog. Right in the top, what do I have? That's right, constitutional currency, ladies and gentlemen. And who's this signed by? None other than John Hart himself, one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence. Moving right along, Mont Blanc. How could I not have a pen and pencil set executed by Mont Blanc? Moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, open face pocket watch, 14 karat, white gold. Right next to that, what do I have? Militaria, that's right, an Ottoman Empire, 800 silver, Order of Medici, breast badge. What a distinguished piece here, ladies and gentlemen. This is spectacular and fully signed. Moving right along, what do I have? It's a Bolex H16 16mm cine camera with the Somme Berthoud Pan-Sinoir 1785mm f2 zoom lens. That's a French lens, ladies and gentlemen. That is a spectacular piece. Right next to it, why, it's a Welling Belgium SMC Camera Works. Spectacular field camera, ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at that. Right next to it, what do I have here? Why, it's the club camera. That's right, I've already compacted it. Goes right into its leather case, and guess what? Easy for you to bring home with you. Stepping right over here, an antique table stereoscope chain type. This is an Italian one, ladies and gentlemen, has some spectacular images of Italy. Right next to it, what do I have? A Gamewell 3-piece telegraph machine, ladies and gentlemen. Really cool. Take a look at this piece. It is spectacular. What do I have here for you, ladies and gentlemen? It's a spectacular bronze and marble statue depicting an Imperial German World War I soldier. This is an impressive bronze statue. Amazing 69th, ladies and gentlemen. What a piece. Be sure to read my description. Moving right along, right behind it, what do we have? Why, it's a Gamewell fire alarm telegraph code. Firehouse bell, ladies and gentlemen. Just look at the sheer size of that bell. That's an amazing piece. Well, that about wraps it up for me, ladies and gentlemen, and I look forward to seeing each and every single one of you here on April 6th, beginning at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, right here at Clarke Auction Gallery. Happy bidding.
Hi there, welcome to Clarke Auction's April 6th Fine Art Auction Preview. I'm going to share with you some of the highlights and interesting works in the sale. I'm going to start first with this lovely atmospheric snow scene by Walter Emerson Baum. It's a snowy street scene, and he's one of the many artists that we have in the sale that are from various Allentown colonies and great collection of artist colonies. This is lot 48 in the sale, and we've got a $2,000 to $3,000 estimate on this great work. Above that, we have in Italy, Nicholas Sambari, lot 99. This is a really wonderful, like the Baum, we've got a lot of paint on this, and just texture with the palette knife is just a wonderful looking summer flowers in 1968. Moving along, we've got some snow scenes, some more snow scenes. This is lot 27 in the sale, and this is Brooklyn Bridge. Now I'd like to focus on this great portrait by Fletcher Martin. It's a portrait of Cora Baird, and she's the wife of Bill Baird. They were the famous mid-century couple of puppeteers who created Charlemagne the Lion. And this is a wonderful work by Fletcher Martin, and it was given to Cora by Fletcher, and it's inscribed, and it's just a really fantastic mid-century portrait. I really like that work. We now have got a selection coming along here by the artist Charles Livier. Now, if you really like Livier, we've got a lot of great examples by the French artist. This one is lot 80, and that's the beach, and above that you can go to the bay side there of a harbor with sailboats, lot 80, and for $6,900 estimate on that. Moving along, we've got another snow scene. Got a lot of those. Thank goodness we're going into the spring. This one's of St. Paul's Chapel in New York City. And below that, I'd like to share with you this great work by the artist Joseph Barrett. He's a contemporary artist. He's from Lahaska. And this is also part of that Stanford collection of artist colony works. The interesting thing about Barrett is he also designs and makes his own frames. Well, you can see the real detail there, and this one's actually the construction sheds, new houses in Buckingham in the New Hope area. Now we go on to a more dramatic picture. This is by Man Katz, the Ukrainian-French artist, and this is The Ravages of War. Probably done late in his career. This is lot 4 in the sale, and we've got an estimate of $2,000 to $3,000. And above that, we've got another interesting work by Sigmund Joseph Menkes, the Polish-American artist. This is 2 women with a vase and flowers. This is a watercolor, and it's lot 5 and estimated at $1,500 to $2,500. Moving along, we've got another great, I think this is one of the better and more interesting Charles Livier's, lot 34. This is the table in the kitchen. Look great in any kitchen, I think, and it's only estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. Well, if you don't like tables, we've got flowers by Charles Livier. And these are all coming from various collections, and he's a really popular artist, and you can really see the expressiveness. You got a chateau. Great picture for, filling the space in the living room. Moving along, we go to this small still life of fruit done in 1908 by Albert Feitzer. He's a Swiss artist. His dates are 1884 to 1978. And this was purchased by the consigner in Zurich, Switzerland in the mid-2000s. A great picture estimated at $1,000 to $1,500. But what I'd really like to focus on is above this painting, which is by Rockwell Kent. This is a Georgian-style mirror done in February of 1921, and it was a gift, probably a romantic gift to the relative of the consigner. And as you can see, there's 2 intertwined lovers there. It's really a rare piece, and it comes with a poem, framed poem above. And just what a great opportunity. There's only about 6 of these in the world, and half of them are in museums. So really something to look at, and it's just a great Rockwell Kent. Further along, we're going back to the collection from Stanford, and this is Leonard Ochtman. Of course, he's from Cos Cob is where he was known for painting, and Greenwich was another area that he worked in. And this is Gray Morning done in 1903. And it's a really great example of the Cos Cob colony work by Ochtman. Moving along, we're going to go up to a Trompe l'oeil. This is a contemporary work by Sharon Moody, who's known for doing the comic book trompe l'oeils, and this one's of Superman. It's just amazing the detail that she's done here, and it's lot 8 in the sale, and it was done in 2011, I believe, and great opportunity and just amazing detail in this work. Moving along, lot 76, we're going back to the 1940s, and this is by Armid Landek, and this is West 41st Street, and this is done about 1940. It's an oil on paper, and And again, it's just another example of a really intricate artist. Landeck is also known for doing lithography or prints, and just really a wonderful example of his work. And we go back to the world of Poland and Sigmund Joseph Menkes. This is a wonderful work of a still life with potted plant, probably done in the 30s or so. It's a rather large work, and we have an estimate of 5,000 to 7,000. I mean, it's that important, and really great work by the artist. Moving along, we've got another work by Charles Levier. This time it's called The Circus, and this looks like one of those kind of clown type images he's known for. It's lot 36. Going on from the Levier, I'd like to share with you this Edna Andre, lot 6 in our sale, which is just a fantastic work. It's called Diamond Grid 65. She's a Philadelphia artist and known for her op art work, and this is just a really fantastic work which we've estimated at 2 to 3, and there's been a lot of interest, rightly so, in this work by Edna. And the final thing we want to look at is another Joseph Barrett. This is the Backyards at Stockton, and this work was done in the late 1980s, and we have an estimate of 600 to 900, and this again comes from the Stanford collection that has all these great works of landscapes of various artist colonies, and again, this is another example of Joseph Barrett's framework as well. Hi, we're now in the main room, and I'd like to just share with you some of the interesting things that we've got on the walls in this room. Starting off with a great work by Jim Dine. This is one of many prints that we have in the sale. It's called the Blue Book, and a great example of Jim Dine, the Cincinnati artist's work, known for doing robes and hearts. But moving along, we're going to go past the Chinese work there, which I'm sure Whitney will tell you more about. But we've got works by Salvador Dali. This is Helen of Troy, and this is lot 104 in the sale. Another print we've got is Robert Goodnot, which this is an untitled work from his portfolio in 1973. And moving along the wall, we've got an example of Diane Blell, the photographer. This is a rather large work, estimated 400 to 600, and this is crouched on the hilltop of a rock. We've got also another work here. This is an oil by the Spanish contemporary Jose Roya, lot 79, and you've got a wonderful looking woman there. And moving along, we're going to, here we have an example of Kurt Peiser, a Belgian artist. His dates are 1887 to 62, and this is a Catch Off the Coast. A wonderful picture that's been authenticated by the grandson of the artist. It's got some condition issues, but we've got other great illustration art in the sale. And some other interesting prints that we've got are some additional Rockwell Kent prints, these very rare artist prints, and examples of Vermont. Then we're moving along, we've got an oil Back to Snowy Times by Judith Carbine. We've got a small work here by Michel Andre, lot 75, and this is the Peonies, and it's a wonderful, charming work with a provenance from the Wally Finley Galleries in New York. Moving along again, we've got European 19th century landscapes, great to fill the walls. And I'd like to come over to an interesting picture here by Douglas Hamilton, a 20th century artist, a brown and white pony. There's a lot of interest, and it's a well executed little horse there. Moving along the walls, we've also got some female artists in the sale. And we've got an interesting work here by Helen Thurber, which this looks to be a design for a lingerie ad. If you kind of focus in on the brochure there, I think it's a brasserie company done in the 1920s. A really great and rare work by a female artist. And then we even have more landscapes and works by Jane Peterson, some more snow scenes of the various artist colonies. We've also got a Leon Zach here, a rather large work by a portrait of a lady with a mirror. It's lot 103 in the sale, with an estimate of 1,000 to 1,500. Moving along, we've got some Charles Richard Haley Lever's Guisson landscapes in France. More portraits here. We've got a large work by Jacob Eichholz, the American artist, a portrait of the Reverend John Stark Ravenscroft, who is the first Episcopal Bishop of North Carolina. And lots more landscapes that we've got on the walls by various artists. And as usual, I can't share with you everything on the video, but be sure to look at our website, clarkeny.com, for a complete catalog. And if you do see something online, be sure to give us a call or email us. And there's 3 days of preview starting on Thursday for the sale. And good luck at the auction.
Hi, and welcome to our April 6th auction preview video of Jewelry, Silver, and Couture. We're going to begin here with this wonderful Dutch 833 silver kettle on stand. Really beautiful, wonderful tilting mechanism. And if you see here, we have this bird form spout. Really beautiful repoussé work throughout. We have sailboats, really quite nice and in good condition. And this is an interesting item in the sale. This is from a Manhattan estate, and this is by the artist Marty Jo Cohen. And it's this really wonderful tiara, and it does say, "Friends are the flowers of the garden of life." Really quite sweet. We have some other pieces by this artist in the sale, and just based off of the provenance that we have, I believe that the consignor was a friend of the artist. So just an interesting lot in the sale. This is Russian yellow silver, so really quite nice. We have a figure on horseback. Interesting. We have a lot of figural silver plate in the sale, but really, really nice examples. So this is a pair of Christoffel squirrel form nut dishes. So really quite interesting deco, really just beautiful examples of Christoffel. We have a collection here of 4 Tiffany & Company sterling pierced lampshades. So really, again, a nice, interesting collection here. Tiffany & Company with the shell design. Another of our silver plate figural items. This is Napier, and it's a rooster form decanter or cocktail shaker. So really quite nice. Love figural silver plate. 2 individually lotted Royal Copenhagen sterling mounted vases. So we sold these a few years back and they've been reconsigned, but a nice nautical theme. What's really nice is the silver mounting, so it's kind of the seaweed design, and then a nautical border of shells and starfish. And even here you can see the birds in the clouds. Really beautiful silver mounts on these wonderful examples of Copenhagen. We'll just take a look at this one also. So again, we have the sailboat decor, seaweed on the bottom, birds in the clouds, or seagulls, I should say. And again, both are marked to the underside, individually lotted in the sale. These are deco brass bookends in owl form. So again, really quite interesting. We have this Tiffany & Company sterling gavel with a smaller silver plate version, with the Tiffany dust bag. These are 2 really wonderful silver plate honeybees, and you can see the glass bodies, the red glass, hinged wings that open to reveal where the honey goes. They are marked to the underside, so they are mapped in web. So you can just see here the marks. And there's actually an additional grouping of 2 more. So there's another grouping of these honey pot bees, and one has a red body and the other has a clear glass body. Grouping of Hermes and kind of these Gucci style bowls, so they are silver plate with the applied horse heads. And then this Hermes ashtray with peacocks. So this is really interesting grouping of sterling flatware in the sale. This is again by Marty Jo Cohen. It's sterling, really beautiful Memphis style. The woman, the consignor, was a collector of Memphis style. Her whole apartment was just so kitschy and cool, but really nice examples. So we've got this blue enamel work, there's these green cabochons. So there's 2 different examples. So you can see the difference in the flatware. This one actually is missing 1 stone. But you can see here that there is enamel work in this handle. And the knives also vary slightly. So really quite nice, beautiful examples of sterling. So these were created in the 80s. These are Gucci. So we have a pair of Gucci leather and silver plate bookends, really quite nice. Came from a Manhattan estate. And these are pewter. So we have a pair of pewter chick and egg jugs. And these are by Jean Dupre, I believe, but really quite nice. Perfect for Easter, perfect for the upcoming holiday season. This is French, it's deco, silver plate tray with Bakelite handles and has these glass inserts. So again, just a really nice collection of deco in the sale. Again, this is also a really interesting collection of Marty Jo Cohen. So serving pieces. So really just, I mean, how cute is this? This one says delectable, this one says scrumptious. This is just what she was known for, this kind of checkerboard pattern, again in the Memphis style. This is by a different artist. Her name is Deborah. The details are on the website. This one is unmarked, but I find very similar examples by Marty Jo Cohen, and I do believe that it's also by her. And so just an interesting collection of serving pieces, really so whimsical and fun. So this is Wallace & Co. hand-hammered silver plate. So again, a rooster cocktail shaker, and then these 4 glasses with the handles in the form of a rooster's head and tail. Really so sweet with etched glass inserts. Unfortunately missing one of the inserts, but really just a sweet collection. This is David Sasaki, and this is Electra Blue flatware service. Just cool. Just a cool collection of flatware. Comes with a few serving pieces, so this is a salad serving set, and then there are some demi-tasse spoons. Back to some more Tiffany & Company. So this is a Tiffany & Company ruffled edge bowl with gold wash to the interior and this beautiful floral surround. Moving on to some couture. Judith Lieber, this coiled snake Monaudier, really so sweet. I don't think it's ever been used, and just, you know, Year of the Snake, just so perfect for any outing, any social event. Really so nice. Chanel with a beautiful scarf attached, really just a nice bucket bag, Chanel hang tag, gold tone hardware, this beautiful kind of camel colored or taupe leather, really quite nice. And this is Hermes. So we have this really sweet brown leather Hermes bag, again, gold tone hardware. Burberry, nice Burberry bag. This does come with a trench and a little bucket hat. So again, a nice example of couture. This is a little sweet grouping. So we have Bottega Veneta. This is Prada. Wonderful handle on this piece. So just a really sweet handle. And also this hang that is by another artist. This is also Prada. And then this is another Bottega Veneta bag. This is very cool. So this is Globetrotter. So it's an English brand of luggage. Just so cool with multicolored accents. It's the orange leather. It does have wheels. So it's a little more user-friendly. So it's not just a carry bag with the hard case. And this is just Globetrotter. Really quite nice at $300 to $500. Moving on to some jewelry. We have this 14 karat gold and diamond necklace, this beautiful scroll pattern. And this is also 14 karat gold with this circular gem cabochon and faceted gem pendant. High carat gold and this kind of revival carnelian lapis and high carat gold pendants with these cabochons. Really beautiful bicolor gold, which is in this season. Flat curbling chain with the bezel set diamonds. Wonderful carved ring in high carat gold. We have intaglios in carnelian, so these two are together. Two more kind of Chinese inspired. So this is pink tourmaline and this one is carnelian with this kind of millibeading design, really quite sweet. I love these rings. This is vintage garnets set in 14 karat gold. A wonderful piece of couture here. We have Cartier, so this is French silver. So it's an ashtray, sapphire cabochons, gray agate, gold wash, marked to the underside. So really quite nice example. This is estimated at $1,500 to $2,500. 18 karat gold, large statement ring. So if you just see here, really quite nice. So just a funky, modernist vintage ring. Tiffany & Company sterling and 18 karat gold. Next door we have 18 karat gold and presumably green tourmaline. We're going to jump back to these turquoise earrings. So turquoise and diamond drop earrings, really beautiful, perfect summer earrings. A collection of cameos. So we have gold mounted carved cameos of beauties. Moving forward, We have this Victorian snake brooch with garnets, so the garnet cabochons. A small collection of high carat gold beads. Chinese inspired, or Chinese I should say, just little figural pendants in gold. This is a pair of fancy yellow, orange, vivid diamonds, unfortunately lab created, but still a beauty. We have the GIS certificates with them, and just an interesting, all the details, additional photographs, really a bright, rich color. This is absolutely stunning, continental platinum bracelet, diamonds, openwork sapphire pendants, really so beautiful, estimated at $1,200 to $1,500. And probably my favorite lot in the sale is this absolutely stunning vintage 18 karat gold and diamond ring. Just an unusual form. Diamonds are high set in this kind of foliate setting, really beautiful at $800 to $1,200. 14 karat gold and carved jade plaque. Really quite nice at $300 to $500. We have this beautiful gold and diamond floral form ring. And from a Manhattan estate, we have this collection of Lobel sterling mid-century jewelry. So just wonderful examples of Lobel silver. Trumpets, there's some rings that are 14 karat gold and sterling, earrings, necklaces, hair ornaments, etc. Just a wonderful collection. And then we will end here with this Hermes stool, what everyone needs in their home. Comes with the box, beautiful color combination of these yellow, oranges, and purples. Retails for $4,800 right now on the website. But it is here to sell at $800 to $1,200. And that wraps it up for our April 6th auction preview video, and we hope to see you there.